What up, YouTube? Recently, Overwatch 2, the dev team, they announced that the PvE mode or the hero mode has been canceled. Now, I'm just gonna have me playing in the background so you guys have something to watch, but I want to talk about this because it's kind of dumb on Overwatch's part. But recently, the dev team announced that they're scrapping the hero mode or the PvE mode, the talent trees, the progression system, the kind of Borderlands kind of campaign that people expected. It's not happening, and that's kind of depressing when you think about it, because the only reason why Overwatch 2 existed in the first place was because of the promise of PvE. No one really wanted this until they mentioned that PvE was coming out. So now it's like, what's the point of this game if story mode is not happening anymore? And they announced this in a live stream, and they got a lot of hate for it, obviously. They said that there will be some PvE elements. If, in all honesty, what they originally promised is just, it's gone completely. Now, guys, I'm gonna be honest. Before this video right now, before me playing this game, I hadn't played Overwatch in like a month and a half. But hearing the news kind of sucks, because Overwatch back in the day dominated the gaming scene. It was like the tie-in. It was the game that companies wanted to be. I mean, hell, it won Game of the Year in 2016. So kind of seeing it now like fall from grace is just, it's sad. It's honestly sad. If you hadn't played Overwatch 1 or you're like a new player coming into this game, Overwatch 2, you might be asking like, oh, this isn't really a big deal or whatever. But it is, because the only reason why Overwatch 2 was announced in the first place was because of the promise of a campaign or a PvE mode. It wouldn't even be that bad if we had Overwatch 1. But no, they got rid of Overwatch 1 completely. Like, the servers were shut down for this game. And a lot has changed, but a lot also has not changed. And let me explain. Whenever you release a new game like this, a sequel to such a popular game, there has to be some change to it. There has to be something new that keeps the players in. That was supposed to be PvE. But now that that's gone, you have to ask yourself, like, what is there to this game then? Well, let's look at what they changed, right? Overwatch 1 was originally a 6v6 game. Now it's 5v5. Okay, so they limited it. What else have they added? Couple new heroes, some maps, and a new game mode push. And that's it. That's literally it. That is Overwatch 2. But the thing is, that's no different from like an Overwatch 1 update. In Overwatch 1, we had changes. We had new heroes that were added. We had new maps that were added. Like, what is so special about Overwatch 2 then? And guys, I'm gonna be honest, like, push sucks. If you don't know what push is, there's a big robot in the middle and two teams just have to push it. But like, I'm not gonna get too into it right now, but if you play comp, you know why it's just trash. The respawn points are terrible. Like, in my opinion, Overwatch 2 competitive, it's so much worse than Overwatch 1, just because of push. Everyone is so angry about this right now. Like, if you look at the dev update on YouTube, the like to dislike ratio is crazy. It has like 30,000 dislikes to like 1,000 likes. It's honestly insane. But the thing I'm confused is, like, why even make that promise if you know you can't deliver on it? And the fact that they can't deliver on a PvE mode, it's weird to me, because this isn't just a small indie game company. This is Blizzard, literally like $1 billion company. This is the gaming company. It's not like they have limited resources. In fact, they have an overabundance of resources. It doesn't make sense to me. I can't help but think that the only reason why they released Overwatch 2 was because they just wanted to get rid of the loot box system and introduce battle passes. And I know I'm not the only one with this opinion, but I hate battle passes so much. I really do hate battle passes. It is such a predatory concept. You have forcing people to play hours and hours for stupid resources or rewards. But don't worry, if you pay for it, you'll get them all at the end. It's such a cash grab. It's so annoying. And loot boxes are bad too, but Overwatch 1's loot boxes were not terrible, because you just play the game and eventually you get the skins. All of my skins right now, like 99% of them came from loot boxes. I never paid for skins. I just got them just by playing the game. And that was such a good concept. It's like Overwatch 2, they were like, oh wait, we can monetize off of this. Why don't we just introduce battle passes? Let's make a whole new game for it. Cut the first game, shut the servers down, and do this. And guys, I'm going to mention it again, because this used to be my competitive game, but Overwatch 2 competitive, it's ass. It's just so bad. I hate push. So I'm playing a push map right now. I literally hate this game mode so goddamn much. That's why I'm not going anywhere near this game. I'm only playing League right now. I cannot touch Overwatch. I'm getting my ass handed to. Okay, back on track. So again, I'm just gonna summarize it real quick. But all Overwatch 2 is changing from 6v6 to 5v5. Couple new heroes, a couple new maps, and that's literally it. Overwatch 1 could have seriously just had an update and it would have been Overwatch 2. I mean, it's not even right to call it Overwatch 2. It's literally Overwatch 1.5, like 1.25. I don't want to go like right off and say that it's just worse than Overwatch 1. I mean, I don't play this game enough to just say it's worse than Overwatch 1. But I will tell you that I had way more fun with Overwatch 1. I did have more fun. I don't know if it's like, objectively worse than Overwatch 1, but I had more fun. The developer team did say that they will be releasing some PvE content in the form of like hero missions and also show the roadmap to that in a second. But the point is just like these promises that they're making, they have no more meaning. If you're gonna cut or scrap the PvE mode, the story mode, then at least show something else. Don't just say that, oh, we're gonna be adding some stuff later, don't worry about it. Like, at least show it. Because all they said was they were gonna add hero missions. They didn't show anything. Like, what's to say they won't just cancel it in the future? There's no more weight to what they say. Damn, we are getting destroyed right now. I think GameSpot or IGN, it was one of those companies or news articles. They interviewed the executive producer and they asked him some questions. I'm going to show you guys what they basically said. It was kind of an interrogation, but right. So it's fair to say that the experience that you showed during the first Overwatch 2 reveal is not going to be the one that will be released at any point. And Aaron Keller, who was, working in the dev team, he says, yeah, exactly. So we are definitely not doing the hero mode and the talents and the power progression system. So the whole promise, everything that Overwatch 2 was supposed to be, it's gone. It's not happening anymore. And then right over here, they're asking some like, they're kind of attacking them. But it says, right over here, it says, I think there's going to be a lot of frustration around how we got here because Overwatch has always been a live game. So people are going to think, well, this was a live game. Yeah, you pitched this other Overwatch game. And then also you justified that too on the Overwatch title with that. So we're in a situation now where the game is what it has always been. It's evolved in some ways, but a sequel was released and that sequel's justification hinged on the PvE. Why did that happen? Whoever this interviewer is, he basically encapsulated the whole community's mentality right now. He says a lot, but he says, I'm just going to read this first paragraph right here. He says, that's a great question. We've talked a lot in the past about Overwatch 2 and how different it is from the original game. Even just being a free-to-play and swapping to a 5v5 team format and all the new content that we've developed for it. To me, that's the biggest change that we're looking at here. It's not just that we have some of the same heroes in the game, it's the way that we're writing the game and how we're looking at the game going forward. I really hope that the roadmap that we just released is something that illustrates that to players. I hate this paragraph so much. Like, he literally says the biggest change was all the new content they added and changing to a 5v5 team format. What's the content? What's the content? Like, I don't know what the content is. I can't find it. It's a couple new heroes, a couple new maps. That's just an Overwatch 1 update. We had Overwatch 1 updates where we had new maps and new heroes. And even that, like, the new maps are not really like that big of a deal because I'm a competitive player. It might be different for casual players. A lot of maps are in rotation. So even though they added these new maps, they took out a lot of the other maps in Overwatch 1. It wasn't in rotation. You couldn't play it. I remember going into Overwatch 2 and I was looking for Temple of Anubis because that was like my favorite Overwatch 1 map and I couldn't find it because I was playing these new Overwatch 2 maps that, it's like, cool, I guess it's a new map, but I want to play Overwatch 1. And he talked about this roadmap. I'll show the roadmap now. We're looking at the roadmap here, and this is season 6. It's a new limited time event, story missions, a new hero, Flashpoint, hero mastery, cinematic, summer games. I don't know exactly what this Flashpoint is or hero mastery. Cinematic, summer games, new support hero. We're not even gonna consider that. We don't care about the cinematic. We had cinematics. Summer games, we had summer games. To kind of cope with the fact that Overwatch 2 PvE is not happening anymore, they keep mentioning these like story missions. We don't really know a lot about it yet, but it's story missions, so all it's probably going to be is like 5 to 10 minute missions where you walk through a map, kill a couple of robots, you're forced to play a certain hero, get some cool dialogue, and that's it. It's still not the open-ended or like Borderlands kind of campaign that people were expecting in the first place. This Quest Watch, a limited time event, I don't know much about this either. The most PvE we're getting out of here is probably these story missions, but it just seems like a watered down version of the PvE. It's like, we can't give you an open-ended world, so we're going to give you story missions where you just go from point A to point B. There's no skill trees, there's no progression system, there's nothing dynamic about it. And yeah, I'm probably repeating a lot of what I'm saying, but it just seems like Overwatch 2 cannot deliver at all. And it's kind of disappointing to see, even though I don't play this game as much. I remember when it first came out, like 2016, 2017, I was grinding this game all the time. I had a whole duo partner, me and my friend, we were playing this game all the time. We could never break diamond. We were hard stuck the whole time. But it's like this game was the game back in the day. To see how far it's fallen, it's sad. But yeah, that's really all I got for you guys right now. Not a long video, but I'm gonna finish this game out because we're kind of close to winning. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that. If you guys want more information about, you should go watch the dev team upload. I think it's like an hour long, but if you go to like the last portion, it's coming straight out of their mouths, like why they made their decision, why they're you know, kind of canceling the game. It's really all, it's just them saying, yeah, it's too hard. We didn't expect it to be this hard, so we're canceling it. But yeah, that's it. I hope you all enjoyed. I'm out. Bye.
Monsieur, does this mean Overwatch is back?
No,